Punjab has had such a rich history. It has such vibrant culture and a vibrant population. You can mine it for all kinds of stories. You've had great artists. You've had political upheavals. People like us, people like Honey and me, and many other filmmakers are real. We are always looking for stories about social and political upheavals of any case, and we get fascinated by it, and we want to talk about it. Now, we are a sensitive country. We are a conservative country. So, when we make films like that, I call them thekedars, they come because everybody
Moral police and
moral police and thekedars will just come and they want their 15 seconds of fame and they film as a soft target to, sort of get attention or something of that sort. On the surface, you think the women are subjugated. But I also saw what power they actually wielded, Filmmakers also have to be hustlers of some kind.
Yes.
They have, I mean, आपको वो जामा पहनना पड़ता है जिस stage of filmmaking में आप हो. So I think film writers need to read a lot.
Yes, I was coming to that.
Yeah, they need to read a lot. And it's the voracious readers who turn out to be very good storytellers. You used to get old screenplays, which you could just purchase for 1/10 of the cost. So I used to read those.
Interesting.
Yeah, तो Woody Allen की screenplays. Or, उस टाइप के स्क्रीन प्लेस मैंने पढ़ा कि अच्छा यूं होता है. That's how I got my first film as a writer, which was Blue Umbrella, which was an adaptation of Ruskin Bond story.
Okay.
But next thing that we wrote together was Omkara. कि मेरी जनरेशन के बहुत सारे जो फिल्म राइटर्स एंड फिल्म मेकर्स हैं जो कि छोटे शहर से आए, जैसे मैं हुआ या सुदीप शर्मा हुआ या विशाल जी हुए या अनुराग हुआ, हम लोग तो चाहे हम अंग्रेजी बोल सकते हैं क्योंकि हम अंग्रेजी स्कूलों में पढ़े हैं, लेकिन हमारा कल्चर तो हिंदुस्तानी है.
Yes.
तो I call it off mainstream. Just like वो mainstream की गली उसके बगल वाली गली है. 500 लोग बैठ करके एक स्टोरी का मजा ले, ये हमेशा कल्चर रहा है हमारा. वो टिकटॉक रिप्लेस नहीं कर पाएगा. चैलेंज आया है, बट वो उभरेगा.
So hello, just talking, just Kiran Kapoor here on my show, and we are at the Cinevesta International Film Festival. And अगर आप सिनेमा के बहुत बड़े प्रेमी हैं, if you are a true lover of cinema and you have ratoed it and you've seen everything possible, then you will know who Abhishek Chaubey is. You will go beyond your stars and beyond your Bachchans and Dilip Kumars and Shah Rukh Khans and know the cinema Abhishek Chaubey brings to us. Ishqiya, Ded Ishqiya, Urta Punjab, Son Chidiya, and the very quirky, weird series called Killer Soup. And now he's in Chandigarh. They're developing a very interesting project on the Blade Runner, DP Singh. So, hi Abhishek, how are you? Welcome.
Yep.
How are you enjoying Chandigarh so far?
I love Chandigarh. It's one of the best cities in our country, and I love every time I've come here.
Good. So, बताइए, first we'll say, you're here with the project DP Singh के ऊपर, and tell us about that. How did you come across it, and what interested you about this particular person?
So, Honey was approached by the producers who had bought the rights to Major DP Singh's life, and Honey was fascinated when he read about him, and then he spoke to me about it. That look, there's this guy, and this is basic journey of his life, and we were all very interested what we could do to make this film, because it's such an inspirational story. Here we are, wallowing in self-pity about the little problems that we have in our life.
Yes.
And here is this man who's managed to achieve so much because, in spite of so many hardships.
Yes.
And he still walks about with a smile on his face. And
yes.
That was a great inspirational story in times like this. And let's find a way to make this film. So it's still in development stage, but Cinevista was a platform for us where we could come and really talk about our film, really get the people interested, hopefully get the finances interested, and Chandigarh couldn't have been a better place to do it because he himself lives in Mohali, Major DP Singh, and we are nearly in Punjab, so this was a great way to announce.
Speaking of Punjab, आपका पंजाब से पुराना नाता है
जी.
उड़दा पंजाब, Punjab 95 which Honey Train is done, now Major DP Singh, and I'm sure there'll be more projects he's doing on Shiv Kumar Batalvi also, your partner. So Honey and you run the McGuffin Pictures together.
जी.
What is it about Punjab that it just catapults you back again and again to for storytelling and for exploring it, excavating it for more stuff?
Punjab has had such a rich history. It has such vibrant culture and a vibrant population. You can mine it for all kinds of stories. You've had great artists. You've had political upheavals. You had, you know, I mean, it's for a filmmaker, for a storyteller. This is like a mine for stories. Um, and it's just, if it comes to size and population, it's not a very big state in the country. They're much bigger states, much bigger states and all of that. But it has an outsized influence on our culture. You know, if you look at Punjabi music, for example, I mean, you go as far down south in Chennai, and in weddings you might hear, you know,
You hear
kids,
Punjabi
you
music.
hear,
Still be there.
yeah, you'll be hearing Punjabi music. I mean, you know, I've been in an auto rickshaw in Kerala and have heard Punjabi music. So the culture has an outsized influence in the country, not just in our country, but because of the diaspora in the Western world as well. So, you know, Punjabi culture and Punjabiyat, you know, is something that is known all across the world. And these people are very interesting people.
But you feel कि कभी-कभी थोड़ा jinx हो जाता है with उड़ता पंजाब also you ran into trouble with 95 also there's a bit of trouble. तो somewhere वो project थोड़ा सा jinx भी होता है, it comes into news for the wrong reasons.
देखिए क्या है that Punjab has had a political upheaval का history रहा है पंजाब का, right? And although it's one of the more prosperous states, but still there has been a lot that has happened in the history of Punjab, especially in the last 60, 70 years. You know, even before that, I mean, we suffered partition. Like Punjab and Bengal were the only two states that suffered partition like no other. So there is a lot of political history, and politics is something that informs good cinema very well.
Yes.
You know, you want to talk about politics in movies and people are interested. So people like us, people like Honey and me and many other filmmakers are real. We are always looking for stories about social and political upheavals of each place. And we get fascinated by it and we want to talk about it. Now, we are a sensitive country. We are a conservative country. So, you know, when we make films like that, you know, I call them thekedars, you know. they come because everybody
moral police and
thekedars will just come and they want their 15 seconds of fame and they film as a soft target to, you know, sort of get attention or something of that sort. And we are overly conservative and sensitive. We're still not at the stage where we really understand what the purpose of cinema or the purpose of even art is.
So when does this evolution begin? Because if you come from a, you know, upper middle class, very conservative orthodox family from UP, Jharkhand, if I'm right.
Yeah.
And aapke upbringing Bihar, Jharkhand, Hyderabad, there's been so much exposure.
Yeah.
How does that boy, you know, sort of break away from that kind of structure and come to Bombay to give a diametrically opposite kind of cinema that is not what you've been brought up with?
Yeah.
How did that transition happen? Like, जो ये फिल्मी कीड़ा और चस्का लगा, but a different kind of फिल्मी, क्योंकि सब बॉलीवुड आना चाहते हैं कि हम नेक्स्ट अमिताभ बच्चन बनेंगे, हम नेक्स्ट दिलीप साहब बनेंगे या शाहरुख बनेंगे या कुछ तो ऐसा स्टार बनेंगे. So अभिषेक के माइंड में क्या था when you were growing up? What were your influences and how did you make your journey this side?
See, the family that I come from, they are film buffs. Okay. So not just my parents, but also my extended family.
Okay.
So you know, while growing up, you know, you are around your uncles and aunts and cousins and there's a lot of talk about movies.
Okay.
So they were not cinema aesthetes or anything of that sort. They were just like, conversation about it, and you know, just the basic commercial cinema that was on
like
offer.
We as kids knew मैंने प्यार किया के dialogues by heart.
Exactly, you know, वही.
Just
और वो भी है,
normal conversation में आता था.
हाँ, dialogue बाजी है और you know, heroine ने क्या कपड़े पहने हैं, इस type की बातें.
Yes.
However, because of that, because I was exposed to that kind of a culture at a very young age, I got fascinated with the medium from my childhood. I mean, so I could look beyond all the cosmetic, you know, things of movies, but I started looking at what they're really about from a very young age. Of course, I did not have the wherewithal, you know, to learn anything about it, but I started thinking about it. I started visualizing, for the lack of a better word. And as I grew and I left home very early, at a very early age.
You were also writing as a kid, I believe.
I used to write short stories a lot. I mean, all my life I've written short stories.
You ever published them?
No. No, I did not. But I just wrote it for my pleasure. And some of them have been preserved. Most of them have been lost actually now.
Okay.
But
so that pushed you now.
Yeah. So there was a fascination for stories. There was fascination for the medium of film. And as I grew and I left home very early, you know, I grew up in UP and Bihar and Jharkhand. But in my early teens, I left home to go to a boarding school. And, you know, as it happens to most kids who do that, I mean, your horizons widen, you meet people from different cultures, and you start watching different kinds of cinema. And that's what happened with me, and sort of my tastes, you might say, evolved, you know.
So what kind of cinema attracted you? Like what kind of storytelling attracted you? जिसमें आपने कहा I'll do that, because when we see Ishqiya, when we see Dead Ishqiya, there is a certain how would I say? There's a certain oddity and eccentricity to it,
Yeah,
and you know and it's a very pleasant kind of thing.
yeah.
The Khalu and Babban talking, and वो जो शेरो शायरी है, जो लहजा है, the women are also so well sculpted in your stories. No one portrays them the way you do, because they वो छोटी सी चिंगारी होती है, बढ़ के आग बन जाती है. उसका जो आँख है,
Yeah.
वो बहुत ही हसीन है.
Yeah.
So ये जो है आपके influences, ये मतलब they come from what kind of cinema, what kind of milieu or environment?
सिनेमा का भी इन्फ्लुएंस है और जाती जिंदगी का भी इन्फ्लुएंस है इसमें. You know, मैं हमेशा ये बात कहता हूँ कि I come from, yeah, like you said, very conservative orthodox kind of a family. और जैसे हम देखते हैं, you know, ईस्टर्न यूपी में, अवध is the region where I come from. तो वहाँ पर हम देखते हैं कि जनरली स्पीकिंग आप देखेंगे तो महिलाओं का यहाँ तक घूंघट होता है. पब्लिक स्फीयर में ज्यादा बोलती नहीं है. और जैसे हमारे परिवार में तो जब आप आशीर्वाद देने के लिए पैर छूते थे, तो घूंघट लेकर के आपको पैर, you know,
पैरों को touch. Oh my God.
हाँ. So surface, on the surface, you think the women are subjugated, but I also saw what power they actually wielded. You know, in the confines of their char diwari confinement, they were running the household, not men.
Yes.
You know, so I saw very strong women, but you know, their attire and their, you know, that did not.
But they ran the.
But they actually ran the, and also had a huge influence on the affairs outside the home also.
Yes, they do, because I always feel there's a saying also, which I said in my review too for Dabba Cartel, that if the men are the heads, women are the neck. They know where to turn it.
Exactly.
So that you have found out very beautifully, which very few filmmakers are able to do.
Exactly.
So these projects that been coming to you, now do you hunt for projects? You know, actors, they audition for a certain thing. What does a writer do? How did you get your first break? And are you still auditioning for producers and investors के यार ये मैंने लिखा है,
वो तो
इसको आप देख लो? मतलब आपका किस तरह का चैलेंज रहा है? What was your first break also?
My first break was, of course, filmmakers also have to be hustlers of some kind. You know?
Yes.
They have. I mean, आपको वो जामा पहनना पड़ता है जिस stage of filmmaking में आप हो. तो आपको कभी कोर्ट जेस्टर बनना पड़ता है, जोकर बनना पड़ता है, हसलर बनना पड़ता है. All those things you have to do in order to get your film made. I started off as an assistant director.
But you also wanted to act उससे पहले.
अरे बहुत और पहले की बात कर रही हैं. वो कॉलेज के जमाने में जो क्या है, कॉलेज में मैं दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में था, हिंदू कॉलेज में था. So अब सिनेमा सोसाइटी का मेंबर था and all of that. But you know, if you want to practice something, the acting is the only way to go, right? I mean, you know, वहाँ पे थिएटर, दिल्ली में थिएटर बड़ा
तो बहुत alive है.
अभी भी है, उस जमाने में भी था, 90s की बात, 90s में. So I got into you know, dramatic society in our college, as well as I joined briefly for about a year. I was a part of Act One, which is an preeminent theatre group in Delhi.
Okay.
तो वहाँ पे मैंने काफी, just to learn the craft and things like that. But उस समय विजन उतनी क्लियर भी नहीं थी. डायरेक्शन होता क्या आपको पता नहीं है.
तो आपने कहा चलो पहले एक चीज ट्राई करते हैं.
तो मैंने कहा चलो, एक्टिंग का चस्का भी लग रहा था, मजा भी आ रहा था. लेकिन फिर मेरे एक दोस्त ने, मैंने प्ले किया था उसमें, उसका वो पूरा हैंडीकैम से उसने रिकॉर्ड किया.
हाँ.
तो वो देख करके मुझे लगा मुझे एक्टिंग तो नहीं करनी चाहिए, कुछ और करना चाहिए. so yeah, तो मेरा कॉलेज खत्म हुआ, मतलब कॉलेज खत्म ही नहीं हुआ मेरा. I took my final exams and immediately took a train to Bombay.
On an unreserved ticket.
Yeah, on an unreserved ticket. Absolutely on an unreserved ticket.
Ticket to no return. आपने कहा चलो, let's give it all.
Let's give it all.
Your family was okay with it? One question I ask everyone.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's just my mom and dad. So yeah, they were very open about it. They were very cool about it. I mean, they were worried, but they were also tremendously supportive. Tremendously supportive.
How did you survive Bombay? You know, when you went, because you're a new college student just out of college, with barely maybe couple of thousand some rupees in your pocket. कैसे survive करा फिर?
तो एक स्मार्ट चीज जो मैंने करी वो कि बॉम्बे में पहुंच करके, बिकॉज शहर पहली बार गया था, had no idea about the city at all. लेकिन वहाँ सेंट जेवियर्स कॉलेज है, वहाँ पे सेंट जेवियर्स कॉलेज में एक पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट कोर्स होता है मास कम्युनिकेशंस का.
Yes.
तो
Very famous.
XIC, yes.
Hmm.
तो मैंने जाकर के वहाँ दाखिला ले लिया.
Okay.
So I took a test and I got in luckily, and so that gave me a place to stay more than anything else.
Smart. Hostel.
हाँ, hostel मिल गया. तो
Gives you also an environment.
exactly. So hostel मिल गया, और that was my first year in Bombay where मैंने थोड़े पैर जमाए. और मैं जाकर के मैंने क्लास ज्यादा अटेंड नहीं की, मुझे कुछ ज्यादा पढ़ाई नहीं की, बट ये जरूर हो गया कि एक बॉम्बे शहर की समझ,
हाँ.
थोड़ी.
As a student, you see the city with a
Exactly.
fresh pair of eyes.
Exactly.
You remember also. Friends भी बनते हैं.
Exactly. So और उसके बाद फिर this is South Bombay, near Victoria Terminus, the wonderful part of Bombay. But उसके बाद reality hit करी, और you have to move to the suburbs in order to, because वहाँ के rent you can afford and all of those things. So then you went there, and then because of that college, because of the people that I had met in college, because we had industry professionals coming and teaching us, a couple of them I had some good relations with. So they helped me get my first gig, which was just like as a gopher. I mean, you're just running around. But that it's just one step after another.
One step after another. So then you did many things, and then I think Vishal Bhardwaj was the turning point.
Gee, about a couple of years into Bombay,
yes,
I had the opportunity to meet Vishal sir, and then I started assisting. I was an assistant director to him, and I was an assistant director on Makdi and Makbul.
Omkara also?
नहीं, तो Makdi और Makbul के बाद I started writing.
Okay, so because you're always a writer. So
I always wanted to be a writer, and he also encouraged me, but I didn't know how to write a screenplay as such.
Yes.
But he encouraged me that, look, if you want to become a director, I know you're not come here to become an assistant. You come here to be a director. Then I think you will have to figure out how to write scripts.
What were the greatest learnings from Vishal Bhardwaj?
This was one actually.
Institution के साथ काम कर रहे हैं.
Exactly. So this was one that he pushed me into writing screenplays. He pushed me. He said, until you get that right, you won't be able. So that inspired me. After Makbul, I think I wrote a short film. So
for a writer who wants to make it in Bombay, what are the stages? How do you write a film? What is the screenwriting? What is screenplay? What is dialogue? They're all separate departments, and they can be done by one person?
No, they're usually done by one person. Screenwriting is something that can be done in collaboration as well as alone. I think the first things first, before we even talk about writing for the screen, there has to be a sense of story. What is a story about? And this encompasses not just cinema, it's also about literature, it's also about... So I think film writers need to read a lot.
Yes, I was coming to that.
Yeah, they need to read a lot, and it's the voracious readers who turn out to be very good storytellers. So that was not a problem. I was a literature student in Hindu, and so I had read a lot. So I had a sense of story, what stories should be about. But usko tabdeel karna screenplay mein, it's a craft.
It's a craft
that you need to learn. So वो मैंने करते सीखा, गलतियां करके, ठोकरे खा करके, you learn it. And I started getting a sense of it. उस जमाने में जब मैंने ये काम शुरू किया था, आज से 21 साल हो गए, तो उस जमाने में हमारे पास ये सब आजकल इंटरनेट की वजह से
इंटरनेट, you also have ChatGPT AI who will do the initial drafts very easily for you.
वो सब कुछ नहीं था, तो I had only some. We used to get जैसे दिल्ली में दरियागंज मार्केट में होती थी, और बॉम्बे में भी चर्चगेट में, you used to get old screenplays which you could just purchase for 1/10 of the cost. So I used to read those.
Interesting.
Yeah, तो Woody Allen के screenplays, और उस टाइप के screenplays मैंने पढ़े कि अच्छा यूं होता है. It's not writing a story like you do it. This is the format you have to. So you start imitating that, and you start doing that. So you start learning, and then I wrote a short film which Vishal sir really liked. That's how I got my first film as a writer, which was Blue Umbrella, which was an adaptation of Ruskin Bond story.
Okay.
That was my first film as a writer, and then we wrote. उसके बाद बीच में बहुत सारी फिल्में लिखी जो कभी बनी नहीं. But next thing that we wrote together was Omkara. That was my second film. Yeah.
All right, and you have a sense of humor that you bring to your films. Is that like you bond with it, and you also collaborated with Sudeep Sharma on many projects?
Ji.
Does collaboration help you, or when you're giving away to a creative license to someone, जैसे आप वो कभी इनसिक्योरिटी रहती है कि नहीं, आई एम कोलैबोरेटिंग, एक क्रिएटिव लाइसेंस मेरा निकल जाता है, जैसे आपने आई थिंक फॉर इश्की आल्सो यू रीच्ड आउट टू द मॉनसून वेडिंग लेडी,
Sabrina Dhawan.
Yes, Sabrina Dhawan. So how does it help in collaboration, and how much of you are secure to share that creative license and process?
It's not really an issue. I have written most of my work has been in collaboration. Screenwriting has been in collaboration. I'm very comfortable with the process.
Okay.
Because क्या होता है कि so many things emerge from a conversation.
Okay.
So basically, all that you're doing is just sitting across the table and talking to each other.
Okay.
You're trying to discover a story about what it is. So yeah, so there is a lot of conversation that you do, and in that conversation, you start discovering what the film is really about.
Okay.
बड़ा मजेदार process होता है. I think what is essential to the collaborative process in screenwriting is that the writers should get along.
They should get
They
along.
should have some similar worldview, you know. Otherwise, बड़ा contentious process हो जाता है.
So फिर why not make a company with Sudeep? Why make it with Honey?
Oh, Honey and I go back a very long way.
Okay.
Honey and I started our journey together in Bombay.
Okay.
And we were assistant directors to Vishal, you know, from 2002. You know? So he's the closest, you know, industry friend, I could say, you know. So I don't know. It was just one of those things कि उड़ता पंजाब खत्म हुई थी और उस समय मुझे बहुत अंदर से फीलिंग थी कि एक कंपनी होनी चाहिए. और हनी हम लोग मिलते थे और साथ में काम भी किया था उड़ता में. He was the casting director and all that. But उसकी भी यही इच्छा थी, मुझे नहीं पता था. So one day, one evening, while we were having dinner, we just had this conversation, and when both of us said the same thing at the same time.
All right.
अब कंपनी खोलनी चाहिए because we really wanted to control the means of production on our film. So it gives us more creative control. That's our idea.
Casting director, Lana, casting is a very important aspect nowadays.
Yeah.
And you've really redefined cinema by giving us actors who we never thought would gel in that role. Alia Bhatt and Shahid in Urta Punjab. Diljit was a great find.
Yeah.
With Kareena Kapoor.
Yeah.
And then, you know, in Ishqiya, Indian Ishqiya, Nasiruddin Shah, Arshad Warsi, Vidya Balan. Sonchiriya had an entire different cast.
Yeah.
Killer Soup is at another level with Konkana and Manoj Bajpayee. How much of your actors, you know, make a impact, or how much of the casting decision makes an impact? And because you don't chase stars, I've seen you don't.
No, I don't. I try not to.
You chase the story more.
Yeah, you chase stars. I mean, stars only. I only go for stars if the budget needs it. And some stars are very good actors also. Not all of them, but some of them are.
No, some of them are. I won't.
Very, very.
It's just that
Alia
second thing is that they become a star.
Yeah, exactly. So Alia is terrific. And I mean, you know, Irfan was a star, but he was a terrific actor. So
Irfan was amazing. Legendary.
So I think as far as performances in your film is concerned, as a director, I would say this casting is 50% of the battle. If you cast right, you know, you 50% of the job is done.
And the second 50 is getting the funding?
No, then the second 50 is preparing the actor for the role. I'm saying just acting ki jo baat hai. So preparing the actor for the role.
Yeah, we don't do workshops in rehearsals, or do you do that? A lot of prep.
Oh yeah, we all do workshops a lot in Bombay. हर फिल्म में मतलब हर तरीके की फिल्म में workshops तो होता है. और हर एक्टर एक अलग इंसान है, राइट? सबका प्रोसेस अलग होता है. Every human being has a different process. Some actors, I mean, I like to push for workshops because उससे बहुत फायदा होता है. Some actors don't like to do it, so you find other ways.
You know, something's very interesting these days कि जो writers आ रहे हैं, they are this woke new generation who think in English. हमारी interviews वगैरह भी सब mostly English में होती हैं. तो फिर आप एक हिंदी ऑडियंस को कैसे कैप्टिव करते हैं? आप उस तरह की भाषा, उस तरह से you have gone into the hinterland, you have explored the dialect, the language, the entire costume around it, and आपके characters, they don't look like the actors, they are natural in their environment. So how do this English speaking and जनता make a Hindi film? मतलब वो gap लगता है आपको कि how are they to hold the audience captive? Maybe that's why evolution is not happening.
नहीं, थोड़ा है, लेकिन देखिए क्या है ना कि हिंदुस्तानी समाज में सारे एलीट लोग अंग्रेजी में बात करते हैं.
Yes.
Not just film people.
नहीं, लोग ट्राई भी करते हैं, जिनको नहीं आती वो भी ट्राई करते हैं.
वो भी ट्राई करते हैं. तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली हिंदी अंग्रेजी बोलना एक इंटेलेक्ट से मतलब उसका कनेक्शन हो गया कि आप अगर अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं तो आप बड़े स्मार्ट होंगे. ऐसा है नहीं, तो ये तो पूरा झूठ है. लेकिन फैक्ट ऑफ द मैटर इज कि मेरी जनरेशन के बहुत सारे जो फिल्म राइटर्स एंड फिल्म मेकर्स हैं जो कि छोटे शहर से आए, जैसे मैं हुआ या सुदीप शर्मा हुआ या विशाल जी हुए या अनुराग हुआ, यू नो, हम लोग तो चाहे हम अंग्रेजी बोल सकते हैं क्योंकि हम अंग्रेजी स्कूलों में पढ़े हैं, लेकिन हमारा कल्चर तो हिंदुस्तानी है.
yes.
तो हम वी आर इक्वली कंफर्टेबल इन एंड और डायलेक्ट्स में कंफर्टेबल है. मतलब हमारी सारी फिल्में सबटाइटल के साथ रिलीज होती है बिकॉज़ उसमें इतना
डायलॉग बहुत सॉलिड है. तो आपका एक कैंप बन गया है दैट अभिषेक, हनी, विक्रमादित्य मोटवाने, अनुराग, देयर इज वन साइड, देयर इज कोलैबोरेशन,
देयर इज मीटिंग एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. वी ऑल वर्क सेपरेटली.
वुड यू कॉल योर सिनेमा एज मेनस्ट्रीम, or would you call it like a Mindy, mainstream and independent?
Yeah, I think that's a nice term though. I call it off mainstream. Just like वो mainstream की गली है, उसके बगल वाली गली है. तो
आजकल एक वो आया हुआ है, एक टर्म फैल रहा है, सेकंड स्क्रीन व्यूइंग.
Yeah.
दैट यू नो एवरीबडी वांट्स कि आपको पुश किया जाता है कि वो बनाओ जो बंदा फटाफट फोन पे कैप्चर कर ले. फोन पे देखते हैं कि उतनी अटेंशन स्पैन नहीं है, तो मूवीज भी वैसे ही बनाओ. आर यू अंडर दैट प्रेशर और यू वांट टू क्रिएट मूवीज लाइक मूवीज एंड नॉट पैंडर टू द होल ओटीटी थिंग के उतना फिश वाश होना चाहिए?
Yes, that-
क्योंकि वी आर forgetting how to make for cinema. We are doing everything for OTT now.
Yeah, I mean, second screen is a terminology that has arrived yet now because of streaming. But second screen has existed for many years. आप कोई भी जैसे shows होते थे टीवी में या सीरियल आते थे, तो घर पे कुकर की सीटी भी बज रही है, दूध वाला घंटी भी
Yes.
मार रहा है, वो चल रहा है,
साथ चल रहा है, प्रेस
चल रहा है,
प्योरिंग
चल रहे हैं, कपड़े सब चल रहा है. तो हमेशा से रहा है.
हाँ.
लेकिन उसके लिए फिर फिल्म मेकर्स की जरूरत नहीं है. वो अलग कला है, वो अलग लोगों
नहीं, बट वी शुड टेक टाइम आउट एंड गो एंड सी 2.5 घंटे की फिल्म. अब तो हम वो 2 सेकंड पे आ गए, फटाफट स्क्रॉल.
यस वो है. लेकिन देखिए क्या है कि ये सब नए चैलेंजेस हैं जो सिनेमा फेस कर रहा है. कि भाई 2.5 घंटे के लिए आप सब कुछ बंद करके एक फिल्म देख सकते हो कि नहीं, ये चैलेंज फेस कर रहा है. बिकॉज अभी सोशल मीडिया है, रील्स देख रहे हैं लोग, वो टिकटॉक देख रहे हैं.
यस.
तो वो चैलेंज है. लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से सिनेमा विल ओवरकम दिस चैलेंज बिकॉज ह्यूमन बींग्स की एक इंसान की एक नियति रही है हमेशा से, आज से नहीं, जब से सिविलाइजेशन, कि लोग कम्युनल बैठ के 400-500 लोग, 1000 लोग साथ में बैठ के कहानी का मजा लेते हैं. ये हमेशा रहा. कम्युनिटी व्यूइंग, कम्युनल व्यूइंग हैज ऑलवेज बीन देयर. चाहे वो ग्रीक थिएटर हो या हमारा कालिदास हो या जो पहले स्टेज पे होता था या नुक्कड़ नाटक रंगमंच पे होता था, सिनेमा ने उसकी जगह ली. लेकिन 500 लोग बैठ करके एक स्टोरी का मजा ले, ये हमेशा कल्चर रहा है हमारा. वो टिकटॉक रिप्लेस नहीं कर पाएगा. चैलेंज आया है बट वो उभरेगा.
I think our country has going through a revolution. We need lot of studios, lot of rules to be changed and in favor of artists. What do you think? That
Yes, I think. I mean, this is my message to everybody, including people who are the decision makers, policy makers. Keep we should take pride in our art and culture.
Yes.
We should take pride in our cinema. We should not be afraid of it. We should not try to control it too much. Let people think freely, because I think art and artists have contributed positively to society.
So how does a festival like Cinevestor help you? Because I strongly feel कि चंडीगढ़ में कभी तो एक FTII बने, एक NSD बने, क्योंकि ये उतने स्तर का शहर हो चुका है. How do you feel like a festival like Cinevestor? How does it elevate the status? How has it elevated the status for Chandigarh for you guys in Bombay?
By all means, it has. I mean, these things are very important. I mean, apart from everything else, apart from जो छोटी-छोटी चीजें होती हैं कि यहाँ पे नए फिल्म मेकर्स आते हैं और अपना काम प्रेजेंट करते हैं, and they find their voice, they find a platform to showcase their talent and their film. Apart from all of that, it is also a cultural event. So चंडीगढ़ के मैप में एक कल्चरल इवेंट भी हो रहा है, which attracts people from all parts of the country. You have people coming from Kerala, you have people coming from Bombay, and various parts of there are people from the northeast. So this becomes like a hub, cultural hub.
I hope the policy makers note it and we get our own FTII and a school or a space that is dedicated to it.
Chandigarh has some of the finest actors in the country.
Yes.
Because मैंने पंजाब में जो फिल्म मैंने उड़ता पंजाब बनाई है, हनी ने पंजाब 95 बनाई है, हमारे सारे कलाकार कितने सारे कलाकार चंडीगढ़ थिएटर के.
Yes, and it has the greatest stories. Finally, Abhishek, how are you convinced that the story is yours and you have to make it?
There is
at heart, you're a story writer.
Yes.
You're a storyteller,
yes.
More than a director or a producer or hustling for anything. You have to be convinced of your own product, your own thought process. Because you have a certain weird, unusual way of thinking, you have a sense of humor, and आप success failure को नहीं सोचते ज़्यादा. You give it your all in. There's a sort of dabungness to it. So how are you convinced कि ये story तैयार है, ये मेरी है, मैंने ही बतानी है? Did that finish किया?
Yeah.
आप अड़े रहे कि यही बतानी है.
So basically, there is an instinct. In developing your craft, you develop an instinct. So it becomes a subconscious, unconscious process. कि आप कुछ मटेरियल पढ़ते हो, आपने कोई न्यूज़पेपर का मसाला आया है, कुछ खबर आई है, उसको पढ़ा, and there's something about it. It's not, I can't explain it. It's just something that moves you from inside. यार ये जो बात कही जा रही है ना, ये बहुत बड़ी महीन बात है, इसको तो बाहर
लाना चाहिए. काफी अखबारें पढ़ते हैं आप.
Yes.
काफी political awareness. And the music is also superb.
जी.
Thanks, Abhishek. Thank you for talking with us
Pleasure.
and being on our show. And I really look forward to Major GP Singh's film now, and probably more stories from here and more stories from hinterland and interiors of India, because they are so beautifully told by you.
Absolutely.
And till then, and Killer Soup, are we going to see? Was it
Season
wrapped
2?
up in one
No,
season?
that's a one-season story.
It's a one season story. All right. Till then, we'll catch up with Abhishek once he's back here for DP Singh's shooting.
Absolutely.
And thanks, Abhishek. This is all from Just Talking. Do like and subscribe.
Thank you.